What is up, everybody? Sonic Ryan9 here, and welcome back to Countdown of Crash. And today we are tackling a game by Sony Computer Entertainment Europe, Universal Interactive Studios, and of course, the almighty Naughty Dog. Yes, folks, in case it isn't very clear what this is Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. So let's get this thing started. As always, I am going to be taking a casual look at each game in this series and doing my, thoughts on each game. So, yeah.
Of course.
Oh noes. By the way, if you hear a fan in the background, I do apologise. It is incredibly hot right now.
We need not only your master crystal, but also the remaining 25 slave crystals from the surface. How do you expect to retrieve them when we don't have any earthbound operatives left?
You fool! Do you think I'm unaware of the situation? If we don't have any friends left on the surface, then we need to find an enemy.
Crash? Crash? Crash! My battery is fried. Make yourself useful, big brother, and bring an extra battery for me.
Sure thing, Coco. By the way, analog controls. Yay! Now controls will be better than Crash 1. So, Crash 2. I really like this game. Definitely a lot more than Crash 1 in my opinion. Crash 1 was a good starting point, but Crash 2 was a major improvement over Crash 1. Like, in terms of controls, in terms of graphics, in terms of the story, which I didn't show off in my video for Crash 1, but I will explain what exactly had happened during Crash 1 after this little cutscene here.
Well. If it isn't Crash Bandicoot, welcome. I apologize for the crude means used to bring you here, but I rather expect a written invitation would have been turned down. I need your help. Surrounding you are a series of 5 doors. Through each door lies a well-hidden crystal. The crystals look like this. Bring me the crystals, Crash. That is all I will say for now. We will speak.
Alright. So, story-wise, at the end, what you guys probably didn't see is that there is an opening cutscene in Crash 1, which shows how Crash was created from Dr. Neo Cortex's Evolvo Ray. And, well, the experiment that Cortex was trying to do, he was trying to create a Bandicoot general for his army. And it didn't go out so well. Crash Bandicoot turned out to become a bit of a failure in terms of the different mutants that they had going on, and Crash escaped. But the thing was, Cortex was then beginning to work on Crash's girlfriend, who at the time was named Torna. But in the end of it all, Crash and Cortex had a huge battle on top of Cortex's airship, and Crash inevitably won. Cortex then crash-landed back on Insanity Island, where he discovers one of the crystals. This particular crystal is known as the Master Crystal. However, in order to fully utilize this Master Crystal, Cortex is in need of the 25 slave crystals, as he calls them. Alright, I'm going to do this in one run, so excuse me guys. So he pretty much calls up Crash by almost taking him as a hostage, if you will, to go around and find all the slave crystals. And yeah, that's pretty much the story in the nutshell, guys. So, you probably saw there while I was talking, I was doing a the blue gem run, which, in case you don't know what that means, it basically meant in this particular level I had to get through the entire level without breaking a single box. Yeah, it's probably not as easy as I'm making it look, but whatevs. But hopefully, guys, I will demonstrate this game much better than I did with Crash 1, because with Crash 1 I sucked pretty terribly, if you ask me. And no, I'm not re-recording that video. But with Crash 2, and especially Crash 3, I have way more experience with these games, so hopefully I don't disappoint you guys this time. And no, I'm not going to do that for every single bouncy crate. I'm not going to wait to get all the Wumpa fruit. Like always, I'm going to make sure that these videos lasts for about 30 minutes, so at least you guys get a decent amount of gameplay from these games here. But yeah, like I say, I really do like Crash 2, especially with the kind of improvements that needed to happen from Crash 1 especially. I mean, the fact that now there's analog control, so Crash feels smoother to control. You know, he's got a bit more weight on him. Like, yes, I feel like whenever I mess up on a level, it's my fault. While in Crash 1, while it was good, it didn't always felt like I had full control on Crash, especially for the fact that you had to use the D-pad and that. But yeah, you can use the D-pad in this game again as well, and it's alright. Especially useful on these 2D sections and these bonus rooms. I'll get into more improvements as we go along, but yeah. So this is the first level. I think it's called Turtle Woods. It's a pretty simple enough first level for any Crash game. A pretty decent one at that as well. And fairly easy to get the first gem. Come on. Got it. There we go. You could end up missing that box right there if you're not careful. So, yeah, don't do that. Now, I just want to point out, this is your main collectible. These crystals, which are the slave crystals. Now, the thing is, you can collect them, but you can also miss them. And if you miss them, Cortex will actually scold you for like, hey, you missed the crystal. Go back in the level and pick up the damn crystal. Which I'm not really going to do. You know, I want to show you off all the levels. I don't really want to waste your guys' time. But yeah, look at that. Perfect run. Even though I died, but still, I wanted to get all 3 collectibles in a level. Just to show off my amazing Crash skills. And to prove to some of these people who do videos on the Sane Trilogy that not everyone who plays Crash Bandicoot sucks at the game. And there we go, look at that, the Crash dance. First introducing Crash 2, I must remind you guys.
Well done, Crash. I knew I could rely on you. Now listen carefully. These holograms are hard to maintain. During the course of my intellectual pursuits, I have stumbled across a force that threatens to destroy the world. Crystals are the only means of containing it. The fate of the world is at stake. It is imperative, therefore, that you bring them to me.
I'm really interested in hearing this dialogue with like remastered audio and everything. But yeah, look at this. You can save the game without having to do bonus rounds. What an improvement. Seriously, my god. I can't tell you how many times I've had to try and beat Crash 1. You know, legitly. Oh good. and then end up dying in the bonus round when I'm trying to get all the boxes and everything. Just, ugh! I just couldn't. It was so stupid. I mean, then again, back then, I think memory cards were kind of expensive to get, so that's why a password system was in place instead of a save mechanic that actually was good. But now that since we can save anytime we want, you know, it's not that big of an issue. And obviously with the Insane Trilogy, they're going to fix that whole saving thing from Crash 1 anyway, so, you know. But, yeah, this level's Snow Go, one of the snow levels in the game. And a level which I like to do a very special kind of trick, which I usually do. You see that red gem up there? You can get that gem really easy by performing a very specific trick. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this right now, but what you need to do is you need to do a very specific slide jump spin move. You see, I'm almost getting it. Come on. Ah. Nearly. I'll give it a few more tries. I did it in my Let's Play. In case you guys didn't know, I have done a Let's Play on Crash 2, and you can see me that I did manage to get the red gem by doing this method, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. I'll give it one more. I'll give it 2 more tries, and not fall off. 1 more try. Damn it. Oh well. But yeah, the trick is you got to do the slide jump spin move in order to get the momentum to get that red gem. But what you're supposed to do is actually find the backdoor entrance of this level to get that gem. But I usually like to do the cheating way. Anyway, bonus round. I'm gonna try and at least try and get the clear box gem at least, so I can at least beat this level with some sort of dignity. I'm getting a lot of invincibility masks. That's nice. There we go. All right. Careful, careful. All right. When I first played this game, I remember this appearing like a lot, and I was like, "What the heck?" There we go. It's kind of hard to see. Can you see that grey box up there? Yeah, it's kind of hard to see that, so you may end up missing 2 boxes if you're not careful. Look at that, clear gem. I would have gotten the red gem, but whatevs. We don't see the crash dance again. Oh, it's Brio.
Helping Cortex gather crystals. Yet you have acquired a gem. Interesting. Well, Crash, know this. As long as you are allied with Cortex, you are my sworn enemy, and I will do anything in my power to stop you! If the fate of the world is truly your concern, you must gather the gems, not the crystals. If you obtain all 42 gems, I can use them to focus a laser beam that will destroy Cortex and the space station he's created. Until then, I must use my forces to stop you from gathering.
So, as you can probably tell right there, Brio is mad at Cortex because because of the fact that Cortex replaced Brio with Engine, and now he wants to help Crash destroy the vortex, the Cortex vortex. That's what it's called. Anyway, as you guys may remember during promos and whatnot, this is another level that was demoed on the official Crash Bandicoot YouTube page. And what I'm going to show you guys is me actually getting another gem, hopefully, as long as I don't mess this up. Sucks that I don't have a run button, but whatevs. I know I missed the crystal. I'll just go back into this level and... Oh, freeze frame, jeez. There we go, another gem. Right. Then you kill yourself. I think I got a checkpoint and ended up missing some boxes, but... Let's see if I can actually go back. I don't know if I missed some boxes or not. That was stupid of me. Maybe I didn't. Huh. Yeah, I didn't. Awesome. I was actually on the roll to actually getting all the boxes as well. That's awesome. Alright. So this is one of the vehicles. It is sort of a hoverboard, sort of jetboard thing. Which if you saw right there, I was tapping the X button and you did like a boost on the board. Alright. Bonus! No, you jerk! I'm sorry guys if my footage is messing up. Always happens when I'm recording for a long period of time. It always messes up. Right, it seems to be going fine now. That's good. Alright, so this is, if you get a coloured gem, you can ride these coloured gem platforms. And these will take you to alternate areas where you can get additional gems and sometimes even additional boxes like these right here. Now I should bear in mind I still haven't picked up the crystal in this level, so I have the gem, or one gem at least. But you can get loads of lives in this. There we go. Loads of lives in this game. Alright, get that. Ow. I would have died if I didn't have that mask. But, awesome. Whee! Alright, alright, careful, careful, careful. Careful, mate, careful. There we go. Now, I don't know if it's possible to actually reach the platform over there where those plants are, but I'm going to guess and say it's not possible, so... Even though it looks like it's very clearly possible, but whatevs. Anyway, crystal. I really have a bad feeling that some of my footage is probably not going to look good. It's probably going to look odd in certain areas, but whatevs. Alright. Look at that gem. Woo! It's looking fine now. That's good. Ta-da! 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 No crash dance for you.
3 crystals. Not bad. I see you are getting the hang of it. I need to conserve power. I will communicate with you again after you retrieve the 5th crystal.
Okie dokie, let's do the pits now. I know there's probably a set order that you can do these levels in order to avoid backtracking, but nah. I'm not really into doing that whole thing. Anyway, this is the pits. Another jungle level, which is alright, which is a pretty decent level. And that didn't blow up. I don't trust the TNT crates, especially those that... Sometimes, for some reason, the crates explode off screen and yet they still don't count. I don't understand why it does that. Maybe I'm just still in my Crash 1 phase, I don't know. But, anyway, more bouncing. Because stuff happens. And this is the part that I absolutely hate, because you've got to backtrack down the other path. In my opinion, do the more dangerous path forwards, and then do the least dangerous path going backwards. You'll thank yourself so much more. You'll be so much happier with yourself if you were to do the dangerous path first. Stupid tortoise, or turtle, or whatever you are. Looks like I need to come back. But hey, I've defeated all the enemies, and now I need to go back down this. Very carefully, mind you, because backtracking is such a pain in some of these levels. I'm going to walk. There's the crystal. There's a box. Oh jeez. Aha! Right, just to be safe. Yep, I knew it. Leave me alone. I think they're armadillos. I think they're rats, you stupid rat. Aye. It's still giving me 24. Come here, you stupid rat. There we go. Another box that I might have missed. Alright, now we can go forwards again. And all the enemies are defeated down here, so hopefully we can have a safe journey. Or at least an almost a safe journey. Yay! More lives. Out of the way. Funny thing, interesting thing about these pits here, what you're supposed to do is actually do this and defeat all these rats, but you can just do the spin, jump, slide maneuver and get all of, get out of the pits. Alright, this is kind of a tricky little bit here. Alright. And we need to go all the way back. Defeat these. And then we need to actually jump back this way again. Luckily, the controls are better, so I'm not as worried when it comes to platforming such as this. Awesome. Alright, I think it's forward. I just hope I don't get the annoying box total count at the end of the level. Hey, gem! Awesome. Doing good. Doing really good. Alright. We'll do Crash Dash, and then we'll do the boss, and then that will probably be it. That will probably be it for Crash 2's casual viewing. So, you know, I think this pretty much gives you a really good idea exactly what Crash 2 was, you know, was like, and what it was like to play and such. You know, like I keep saying, Crash 2 is one of my favourite Crash games next to Crash 3. I just think with Crash 3, it's really good, but I don't know, I'm not that big of a fan of some of the vehicles and how they control. At least with Crash 2, there was more platforming levels, which I prefer, to be honest. But that's not to say Crash 3 is a bad game. Far from it, it's a really good, you know, follow-up. I just think that Crash 2 is just that slightly bit better. But that's just me. There's obviously going to be some people who prefer Crash 3 over Crash 2, and that's fine. If you like Crash 3 over Crash 2, then, you know, go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you from liking Crash 3. I just prefer Crash 2 over Crash 3. Anyway, this is one of the boulder chasing levels, which we're just doing the bonus bit first. And now I'm going to do some counting. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I went a bit silent because I was trying to concentrate on counting the amount of times that you have to hit the bouncy boxes before they break. In every game, when it has those bouncy boxes, it's always 10. But in the case of Crash 3, they obviously decrease the amount of times you have to hit those boxes by half. So you have to you have to hit it like 5 times, which is definitely better in my opinion. I prefer not having to waste time and waiting for the bouncy box to break. Let's see if we can do this. I missed it! Damn it! I almost had that as well. This time it's going to be mine. Let's do it this time, for reals. Ah, these mines! Seriously, I hate them. And by the way, any crates that get broken by the boulder, they count towards the box total. So, you know, be happy that the boulder does actually... Woo! That was extremely close. Holy Jesus. But yeah, gem. Awesome. We nearly perfected this whole world here. That's awesome. Alright, there we go. That's all the crystals of Warp Room 1, which by the way is what it's actually called. And another message.
Listen up. We are not without enemies. Some of them you may even recognize. Although they cannot harm you inside this warp room, they can attack you on your way to the next one. To get to the next warp room, use the platform that appears in the center of the room. good luck.
So yeah, what he was saying is there are enemies who are going to try and take those crystals from you. So the first boss of Crash 2 is Ripperoo, who first debuted in Crash 1, being I think the second boss. Now he's more doing the whole Jekyll and Hyde kind of motif this time around. Because like this, he's sane, and then he goes absolutely insane. Yeah, you don't want to jump on those nitro squares, because they will kill you. Awesome. But yeah, this boss fight, just kind of like the Papu Papu boss fight from Crash 1. It's relatively easy. You just got to make sure to avoid getting blown up by the TNT and nitros when they do blow up. Just find a certain spot which you think is like the away from the explosions, and then just hit him like so. I think I also made it look this easy in my original playthrough as well. Alright, one more. Ugh. Okay. Now he starts getting a little bit tricky with his nitros. And there we go, defeated. And one final crash dance before this video ends. Oh yeah. Awesome. And once you beat a boss, you get taken to the next warp room with the next set of levels. As well as a message from Cortex.
I see that Ripperoo failed to prove much of a challenge yet again. But back to business. There are crystals to be gathered, 20 to be exact. The planets will align shortly, all 13 of them, and this will create a power great enough to rip the Earth apart. Properly utilized, however, the crystals can absorb and contain the energy.
Crash, is that you? I've been looking everywhere. I don't have much time to tell you this. You have to be careful. Trusting Cortex seems a little unwise. Crash, I can't keep the data path open much longer. Crash, you need...
But, yeah. I think I shall end things off by doing a bit of animal cruelty, because there is a little trick here, for you guys who don't know, is if you hit this jump on this polar bear a certain amount of times, I think it's 10. Yep, there we go. Extra lives. Don't ask me why they put that in the game, I just know that you can do that. But, yeah, that's about it, everybody. That's all that needs to be shown of Crash 2, really. If you want to see more of this game, I have done an entire playthrough of it on my channel, Sonic Ryan 9. Go check it out. I bring in my good friend Lisa into the commentary. And yeah, it's a pretty decent playthrough. Go check it out if you guys want to. But anyway, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Countdown to Crash. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more, and join me tomorrow for Crash 3. See you all and have a good night.